This is the Segovia Show.
Hey everyone, it's Andres, and I got to weigh in on this big news. I did do a post for the community on here on the YouTube channel. So for those of you listening on the podcast, you're gonna want to like, share, and subscribe on the YouTube channel. You haven't done so already, but you can see my stuff there as to what exactly I'm talking about. Because breaking news on the BlackBerry front, so great news for the BlackBerry faithful, that a new 5G BlackBerry Android smartphone with a keyboard will arrive in 2021. So this is from crackberry.com. Blaze wrote it, posted it up today. I let it simmer for some time. I was actually going to do a video earlier, but I just let my emotions first calm down. Not because I was excited, as you'll find out shortly, but because of other concerns I have that I'm going to weigh in, and hopefully BlackBerry is listening, because they really want to get this right for like the third, fourth, fifth, or 10th time they're trying to test BlackBerry faithful. Listen to your audience, listen to your fans. We're not just asking for a keyboard, which I'll get to in a bit. Okay, so this is going to be a new supposed flagship phone, 5G BlackBerry Android smartphone with a physical keyboard to be brought to the market in North America and Europe within the first half of 2021. So this is a joint announcement from BlackBerry, Onward Mobility, and FIH or FIH Mobile. Okay, so enterprise professionals are eager for secure 5G devices that enable productivity without sacrificing the user experience, said Peter Franklin, CEO of Onward Mobility. BlackBerry smartphones are known for protecting communications, privacy, and data. This is an incredible opportunity for Onward Mobility to bring next generation 5G devices to market with the backing of BlackBerry and FIH Mobile. Now, this is from John Chen, Executive Chairman and CEO of BlackBerry. He noted, BlackBerry is thrilled Onward Mobility will deliver a BlackBerry 5G smartphone device with physical keyboard, leveraging our high standards of trust and security synonymous with our brand. We are excited that customers will experience the enterprise and government level security and mobile productivity the new BlackBerry 5G smartphone will offer. So there's a lot of gotcha words here that are supposed to make us excited, and they keep emphasizing keyboard, keyboard, keyboard. Look, for those of us that want a keyboard, they can pick up whatever's left of an Android-powered BlackBerry. So here's why I'm not as excited. These are 10 months of uncertainty between now and the end of the first half of 2021. The positive note, I guess, is that BlackBerry still wants devices out there, meaning that they want to support their software. They've been excelling at software in the enterprise sphere, government, and I guess telecommunications and the health industry throughout all this time. But when they emphasize the professionals or the enterprise users, they really mean us, more consumer slash professionals, because we consumers that run our small businesses, we prefer to use a BlackBerry to protect our stuff, especially now with everybody having gone virtual basically, and realizing just how easy enough it is to have your information hacked. I mean, my goodness, it's been crazy. So yeah, this is important. I've made basically a clamor in a previous video that BlackBerry, we need you, especially while there's contact tracing nonsense going on. But besides that, I guess you could say I'm still a little butthurt 6.5 months after the TCL announcement, basically saying that they're not going to develop anymore. But see, here's the thing. TCL had about 2-3 years to get it right, and with each iteration of an Android smartphone, they did improve the design. They didn't quite get the quality of the hardware outright. The first key one had the screen issues where they would pop out. So the second one did better. But what hurt the second one? The keyboard. They would be like ghosting. Sometimes you would type and it wouldn't respond to your typing. Like, what? So how are you being productive pounding out a message if the letters or the words wouldn't even come out? Like, okay. And I thought that would be fixed with software. It didn't. 1 year later, after the Key 2 was released, they released the special edition red version, which I flat out fell in love with, but they never fixed the keyboard problem. They raised the price by $100 and we're selling an antiquated chipset, basically. I mean, how egregious is that? But that's unfortunately what transpired, and now we are well over, I guess, 2 years since the Is it 2 years now? Man, it feels like it since the Key 2 was released. So we've been long overdue for a Key 3. We never got to that. There was supposed to be 4 more phones announced. I lost count if they even managed to hammer out that many with the TCL agreement. But it's not just a quality control. BlackBerry Limited or BlackBerry themselves were supposed to be in charge of the software side, right? The last software updates for the Key 2 devices were 4 months ago, and that was the March update, March security patch, and they delivered it on April. They delivered it in April, and it didn't even go out to all devices as far as I know, but there's an autoloader available on the Crackberry forums that people could have accessed if they really, really wanted it. But the attitude of not having to push out updates frequently is that, oh, well, we'll push them out as necessary. Man, this is Android. You can't fool around with Android. You either commit to it or you don't. So BlackBerry, if you indeed want to grow your fan base, whatever's left of it, you better get the quality control right with the devices. Onward Mobility, 5H Mobile, however all of you are involved in this thing, you gotta get it right. Because even the software that's preloaded, or the apps that are preloaded on the BlackBerry devices, the BlackBerry launcher hasn't been updated since April 2019. And on top of that, the apps that have been updated stop supporting Android 5.0. So you need 6.0 Lollipop and above. 6.0 with Lollipop or Marshmallow, I forget. But the point is Android 6.0. That's the one that's supported now. So that means the DTEC series, they're SOL. So that means they're done for too. They're not getting the latest updates from the software, even though it's fully capable of handling it. But that's what I'm getting at, that some OSs are being left behind and the chipset has not been aging gracefully for these BlackBerry devices. Now, what I can say that could work out, and I think it's being timed that way with this announcement and such after a long period of silence, is that for those of you still hanging on to your BB10 OS devices, it's a BlackBerry app world and all that basically has gone into the graveyard now. There's a workaround for you to be able to get it back up and running. I have not been able to get it work for me. I don't care. I wasn't really looking at anything there. I downloaded everything I needed to download and kept it. But with basically almost everything being shut down by the end of this year for BlackBerry 10 OS, those that are still holding on to it, that want a BlackBerry available to them, at least the latest and greatest, and hopefully true flagship specs, not mid-range chipsets for flagship prices. Hopefully they get that right when they switch off BlackBerry 10 OS, so those users can jump on board with the new BlackBerries from this new joint venture. So those are my concerns. Those are my takeaways. What do you think? Are you excited about this, or have you been burned so many times by BlackBerry that you kind of moved on? I feel like I have, but I still have a soft spot for BlackBerry. I want them to succeed, and I will make announcements as necessary for any other products. But I'm not going to jump on board with them until they show me they're committed. Yeah, you got to win my love back, BlackBerry. You got to be committed. Just because you do one, all right, here it is, come get it. Nope, that's not how it works anymore. You come get me. That's how it's going to work. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share. Need to get that news out there before it becomes old. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, stay to know. Follow me in the podcast directories are down there. Look at all the different directories you can pick up my show in. What's your excuse for not tuning in? And of course, for the entirety of my show that never makes its way to YouTube, you can go to my website, www.theandresegovia.com. And for real estate resources, you can go to segoviares.com. And I could definitely help you if you're in the Southern California area. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.